Hi, welcome to Web Design Video. This is a list of suggestions how you should use this video. The notes for this video can be found here at this URL, which is loaded here. Okay. So, yep, let us clean up this a little bit. Let me get rid of this. And okay, so this is the new container that we are going to use. All right, and this is where we stopped. So we have our output here. As you can see, our design is slightly different from our original plan. Okay, our original plan, we sort of like hitting the site and then that's it. We don't have something here. And when we are doing the logo, we say I want to go 30 pixels instead of 15. So we push the boundary a little bit. As a result, there's a little bit extra stuff here, 15 pixels, because we push a little bit further here. To make it look like I have more space. That's totally fine. So this is slightly different from our sketch, which, our prototype, which is okay. Okay, and because of we want more space here, we actually push the maximum container to 1170 instead of 1140. Okay, and so we are going to do what we are going to do next is we are going to do the logos here. As you can see, each logo takes 2 columns. Okay, so 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 6, 2 will give you 12, right? So when you have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6, 2 will give you 12 columns. Okay, 12 columns. And you want that to happen when you 12 columns. So technically there are 6 things. 6 twos. So there are 6 things. We'll give each 6 buttons. Each button give you 2 columns. So that will be 12 columns, right? And if you look at and we want to do it when it's large. So anything bigger than 992 pixels, you have 6. Anything less than 992 pixels, you have 1. Okay, probably you shouldn't drop to 1, but we're going to do that later. Okay, so column large 2 6 times. 6 times of this will give you 12 columns. Okay. All right, let's do that. So let's go back to our code. And we finished the header. So technically we can close the header. Okay. If you want to close the header, you can actually just collapse it. That will work, or you can expand it, but you keep in mind that your header is done. That's fine too. So we are going to the navigation. The first thing you do in the navigation, another thing is you don't really need to have padding border margin because the gutter, because we draw the buttons sitting on next to the gutter. So if we don't do anything, there will be an automatic gutter of 30 pixels in between them. Okay, as long as you code your class column large too, correct? Okay, the first thing you do is you want a container. Okay, and then you want to have a row. Default bootstrap stuff. And then for each row, we are going to have 6 things. Okay, we are going to use 1 first to make, and then we are going to change. So that one, the tiger is 15. Okay, index 15. So what we're going to do is we are going to say 2. And we're going to put an image there, okay? $15. Okay, we don't have time, so I'm not going to put in the text, but later you want to put in the text, like this one goes to the adult, that's fine too. Okay, so if you do this, Control S to save, come over here. Okay, you're going to have that. Okay. Okay, and you wanted to link to adult page, so you have to change this to a link. Put it back, wrap the link around the image. Of course, if you know the name of the file, you can type the name, but right now we just put a pound. Okay. All right, Control S to save, come over here. Okay, so you have 1 here. All right, and you can go back to yourself. So if you repeat it 6 times, maybe I should make it look better. Okay, let's make it look better. Oops. Okay, now it looks better. If you repeat this 6 times, okay, you're going to have it like that. Okay, and if you drop below 992, it's going to have 1. Okay, but then you'll be like, I don't want it to drop to 1. I want it to drop to 3 first, then drop to 2. I don't want it to go to 1. Okay, so to make so now here you have 6 2s, right? So let's say you want to do 3. To do 3 would be 4 plus 4 plus 4 will give you 12 columns. Okay, so here will be 6 buttons. That would be 3 buttons. Okay, to do 3 buttons, let's say when you drop down to medium, so you are going to have medium 4 3 times. Medium 4 3 times will give you 3 buttons. Okay, so if we do that, what we do is we put this. Oh, before we even go there, let's change the change the images. So this is 15, and then I want this. Okay, so let's change the images first. So this would be 17. This would be 19. This would be 21, 23, and 25. Control S to save. If you actually code it properly, you should probably put in what the description of each button is, but all right, we have that. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is make them drop to 3 instead of 1. Okay, so we say that when we move to medium, when we drop below 992 but bigger than 768, we want it to be 3 columns, 3 buttons. So we put this thing here. So this 3 button will form 1 row. The next 3 buttons will form another row. Control S to save. Reload. So when you drop below 992, oh, don't put the dot inside. I make that mistake again. Control S to save. Reload. Okay, so 992 will drop below 992, 768 become 3, and then you drop below something, drop below say let's say less than 576, we want 2 rows. But here, if it's less than 576, it becomes 1 row. And that's not what we want. So we want to do like less than 576, we want 2 rows. 2 rows will be 6 times 6, right? 6 times 6 will give you 12 columns. We'll give you 2 buttons a row. And we do column no name 6. Okay. All right, so just make sure don't copy the dot again. Control S to save. Come back here, reload. This is good. 3, 2. You'll never go to 1, okay, because the smallest is that. All right. But this doesn't look like what our design is. If you look at our design, there's a background color, obviously. Okay, and there is some kind of border on top. Some kind of a border there. And then we also have a bottom border. And we also have padding on top. The padding is, I'm pretty sure it's 15 pixels. If you want, you can measure. So we have 15 pixels border top. And at the bottom, we also have 15 pixels. And we have 15 pixels for the bottom. Okay, so we're going to do all that to make it look good. And to do that, NAV container. Okay, so here we say that NAV container. 15 pixel padding top. Control S to save. Come over here. Hey, that is a padding on top. Okay. And then we want a border. Border style. Black. %40 opacity. We create a kind of a border on top, okay? And then border bottom, same thing, but not black, but white. So Control C to copy, Control V to paste. Control S to save. Okay. And then padding left. .13 pixels and padding. Okay, so that now the gutter is 30 pixels. We squeeze them a little bit, so now it looks good. And then we need a background color, so we probably should have done that from the beginning. The famous 3D338. Okay, looks good so far. And if you look at our design, oops, sorry, my padding top probably shouldn't put into the row, shouldn't put into the container. My padding top and the padding bottom probably shouldn't, padding top I shouldn't put into the container, I should put into the image. So my padding top should actually attach to these images, which are nav container row image. Okay, sorry, shouldn't put it there. Nav container row. So padding top is there. Let me copy this. Why I need to put it in the image? Because later I'm going to have a second row of images and I need that, okay, to work. All right. So we finished the first row. All right. And I think I think I can pretty much just do the second row. So if I go to here, yeah, my video is getting too long. Okay, let's stop here for, I don't want my video to run 30 minutes. Okay, so so we finished the first row. The second row is a little bit more tedious because the second row we have to do these two special buttons. Again, my Facebook icon is outdated Facebook icon. If you want to do for your website, you need to search for the latest Facebook icon, okay? Because Facebook changed their icon all the time, so don't use this for a real website. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and I'm going to do the second row when I'm back. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.